Start the thing.
The thing has started.
Hello, Internet. How are you doing this weekend? Have you fucked yourself recently? You should fuck yourself. Welcome back to D&D with these fuckers.
But not
like
even
to describe
all of these fuckers.
Most of the fuckers. I mean, there's only 4 of you now that one of you died in a very stupid way last week.
He was really thirsty.
Apparently. If the DM's egging you on to...
this week.
No, unfortunately not. But if the DM is egging you on to drink water from a fountain in an evil dungeon, you probably shouldn't drink that water.
That's why I got somebody else to do it.
That is why the vast majority of us were not drinking the water. You're preaching to everybody who didn't drink any.
That's true.
I probably would have cut my losses at gender change and just been like, "Welp."
Well, I mean, who knows? She could have rolled the gender change again and changed back.
But did she though?
Oh, Ken said no repeats, right?
Hey.
Yeah, the book doesn't specify, so maybe. Hey there, Mandred, how you doing?
Good. Sorry, I'm late.
No worries. You said you were searching for the YouTube video. Do you have a chance to watch last week's session?
No, I tried to, and I didn't. I got like 20 minutes into it, and then I had to get off the train and didn't get a chance to pick it back up.
We had a death.
And it was.
I saw that. Like, I saw that in the chat. And what?
I accidentally killed Kayleen.
How? I knew she died. I didn't know that you killed her.
Well,
how did that happen?
It wasn't like directly.
She didn't die. He did.
Okay. Why don't somebody give him the rundown for the session so he knows where we're at?
We found the room that the Don the Mask or Be Seen by the Eye part of the riddle was in reference to. It was full of a bunch of like zombies or skeletons sitting in chairs wearing masks. So I mage-handed some masks and we ran in there and we got that artifact, which was the like koala bear god or whatever. And Karen had it? Question mark? Somebody has it. I don't remember.
I have it.
We went north, past the coming from downstairs, the giant metal man that you and I saw, stairwell, and we entered a room that, for lack of a better way of putting it, had a giant magnetic statue. And the moment that Mandred stepped in the room, he was yanked across the room, and it has rust monster properties, and both your armor and shield were immediately destroyed. Ken absolutely found this amazing.
Awesome.
We found a magical fountain, which no one drank from immediately, but we filled a giant jug full of the water. We fought another big one of those metal guys, and Mandred stole the armor off of it. So you have very wicked-looking plate mail now, but we have yet to find you a shield. And then people started drinking from the jug. And the first thing that happened was Kayleen got muted, like she couldn't talk. And we don't know if it was permanent or temporary or what, but Theron kind of egged her into drinking the water, and she became mute. So we found
Wait, sorry. What happened with the water? I didn't catch that part. I'm sorry to cut you
Kayleen
off.
took a sip, and she couldn't talk no more. Couldn't make a sound.
But then,
nothing.
But then what happened with water, you said?
That was, she drank the water, and that happened.
Oh, I thought you said, and then Theron did something with water. I'm sorry, I misheard.
Yeah, Theron
I thought something else happened.
Egged Kayleen into taking a drink from the jug.
Oh,
doing
I
so,
thought something else happened with water. Sorry.
Yeah. But then we found like a hidden underground river, like through a grate in the floor, and so we pulled the grate up and we jumped in the river, and we followed it one way, but I don't think we followed it the other way. No, we didn't. We followed it one way, and it led us back to the room with remember the flame skull and all the mummy spiders, which is where we are now. So we came back in here and fireballed. Kayleen crawled through the skull and was the mask, and was talking to a skull that only she could hear. That room.
Gotcha.
So we fireballed all of the spiders out of here, cleared it out, kicked the flame skull's butt, and got the snake. It's a quarterstaff, but it's the snake god. And then Kayleen got convinced to drink more of the water. I don't remember what exactly was said, but I think she thought maybe she could get something besides being mute. And she was still very much mute, and she was no longer a she because she was very much a dude. So, in desperation, she took another sip of the water, hoping for either the ability to talk or to not be a male anymore, and turned to dust and avengered into the wind.
Wait, what?
57
Wait, hold on a
damage.
second. So she took one drink and she was mute. She took another drink and she
Was a
became
dude.
a boy. And then she took a third drink and she was fucking Thanos.
Yeah. And we Theron dumped the water out, so we have no more of the water, I believe.
No one else tried to drink it?
No.
Everyone
All right,
else
so-
made fairly smart life choices in regards to the water.
So what happened when I grabbed that the mace? I got possessed by the chaotic evil monkey god.
Now, does
And-
everyone know this?
Yes, because after I killed Kayleen, I just stopped following what the monkey god said. Can I explain what happened there?
Oh, wait.
So Kayleen. So
Hold on a
Kayleen
second.
grabbed.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
Okay.
second. So what you're saying is are you about to explain that you were possessed and that you made everything happen?
No, I've already
He
explained that.
The session
So-
ended with him explaining that. So like
Oh, that's what I'm-
that's where
I'm
we
trying to
are
get at
all in character right now. Is Mandrid just heard Theron say, "I have the monkey god in my head," and he's ballistically insane. I'm not going to listen to him, and he convinced us to not, or he tried to convince us to not imbue.
Oh,
the
I'm
other
sorry. I'm
spirits.
sorry, Theron. Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Theron. I wasn't following along. My bad. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Everybody went robot there for a second. What I was trying to do all last session was get everybody to either try drinking this water or to get the different treasures that were in each of these tombs here, except for this one. And Kayleen ended up drinking out of that one. So I was like, well, here, take the water. She drank the water and she died. So, I mean, everybody can take these, the treasures that are inside these sarcophagi, but they most likely have one of the gods attached to them, or at least that is as much as I know, because the monkey god explained that to me and was trying to get me to do things.
Did the monkey god give you any other clues as to what the properties of those other artifacts may be?
No, all he really told me was that gods here. He told me he didn't want anybody touching this one, but he wanted me to pass around all the other different items, or to get people to touch the other items. So yeah, and basically what happened at the end of the last session is Kayleen died. I explained everything. That was where everything.
And nobody touched the other god weapons.
Well,
the
Kayleen
snake.
did.
Yeah, but then she died.
Yeah. So I've still got the monkey god staff. I'm already possessed, so using the weapon isn't really gonna hurt me. But you probably don't want to touch the other ones.
And the other two
Oh.
are currently wrapped up in my pack.
But you're talking coherently now, so right now you're not possessed. So do you know what triggers it?
Oh, I'm still possessed, but it's just
The
touching
gods.
it.
Well, yeah, the gods talk to you in your head, but they can't make you do anything.
So he's just got a screaming monkey in the back of his head.
So how did? Oh, so the god just kind of like tricked him into getting her to drink the water, or like annoyed you into drinking the water?
So basically, we're operating off of the theories that the snake god and the monkey god are like mortal enemies. So when she picked up the snake staff, the monkey was like, "All right, time to off that bitch," and like daring to trick her into drinking the water.
So I had a chaotic evil entity in my head telling me to do stuff, and I kind of felt like that would kind of, move you towards that part of the alignment. I was just kind of wanting to see what happened, because I can always save everybody. And, well, it didn't work out so well.
57 damage.
Where's the staff?
It's wrapped up in Karen's pack. Or on Karen's pack, but like wrapped in the bag we found it in.
So one would think, I mean, we don't know this, but one would think that a lawful good god wouldn't like try to do terrible things inside of somebody else's head, right?
Well, we don't know they're lawful good. We think
That's
they might
that's our
be.
best guess.
Oh, okay.
That's a guess, but also like in character, the concept of the alignment chart doesn't necessarily exist. So I'm kind of torn on whether my character would be able to build the model that I, as a player, built and linked in chat to know that.
Well, they have a big hint in that the door had the same pattern.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we'd be able to continue off of that.
All right.
But you are correct, Mandrid, in that I, both as a player and as Eve, feel like the snake god is, based on the story and everything, is a good person.
Does Mandrid? No, I feel like this isn't the point in the story where Mandrid would be asking Theron questions, but I'm actually getting to play him right now, so I just have one more question. Or he would have asked at some point. Does that? Well, it's about the weapon, so maybe he'd be interested in the weapon. Does the weapon do anything special that you know of?
The snake weapon?
No, his weapon, his mace.
Oh, monkey mace.
I don't know anything about it. I probably won't want to give it up, but I'm already possessed, and I don't think giving up the weapon would make me unpossessed.
Have you used it?
No, we haven't really had a chance to use it yet.
All right, well, let's kill something so you can use it. I want to see what it does.
Oh, it just fears things. It's just whenever. Well, it would fear everybody around us, so I don't know if it would affect allies, but.
I have an unrelated question, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the way dynamic lighting works, when we jumped down the grate, we saw north and you moved us north. Does the river continue south from the grate?
It does.
Okay. Well, for the sake
Do you
of
want to go that way before we go downstairs?
I don't know. I'm just letting the party know that our two choices right now are river south or downstairs.
Or down the pit to the waterfall.
Karen suggests not down the waterfall.
Oh yeah, there was a mimic. We forgot to tell you, Mandrid. There's a mimic north of the waterfall, north of the room we're in.
It got exploded.
Oh, did
Yeah.
Did it die? Oh yeah, she
I had fly cast, so like I hovered above it and just bombarded it until it died.
There is no longer a mimic in the
You
aforementioned
what
location.
it until it died?
Bombarded. I mean, in game I cast Eldritch Blast over and over again, but since I was flying and it had no possible like ranged attacks, we just did it out of combat and I just killed it.
Gotcha.
So I don't really trust crawling back through the mouth, so I'm gonna say we take the river back around.
Okay, so that makes us we go at least to the grate. So do we want to keep going south past the grate?
Well, we can take a look to see what it entails now that the DM is gone. And then, barring anything immediately exciting, climb up and go downstairs.
Sure.
Casual reminder that not one but two giant sewn together, they're like the abominations in Warcraft where they're sewn together out of multiple bodies. That's what's in the giant metal man suits. We've seen those come up from downstairs, and somebody walked over to the railing and saw something wearing like a mask or something down there that disappeared. So level 2 or one of the levels down there may be more active than this level, which kind of waited for us to enter rooms and then do stuff.
Alright, sorry about that. What do you guys want to do?
We're going around through the river unless anything amazing comes up, and when we get to the grate, kind of curious to see what we see to the south to decide whether we go south or climb out.
Got it. Alright, 1 second.
Oh, and who was controlling my character? Sorry.
I was.
Did we get engaged in combats?
Yes, all your spell slots and everything are correct.
And remember, you no longer have a shield.
But I now have 18 armor.
Because you're wearing the disgusting, awesome-looking plate mail from the flesh golem.
So, but I have. Can I assume that I picked up all of my trinkets?
Yes,
we actually made a point of grabbing all your trinkets.
I don't have them on right now. And when you say disgusting, can you describe disgusting? What does that mean?
Well, it's a flesh golem, so it's a rotting Frankenstein monster that was previously in this armor. So on the outside, it looks like you know remember the old game Overlord, where like you have all the evil minions, and you're this, or like Sauron in Lord of the Rings, where he's got the big black armor. That's kind of what the armor looks like, but on the inside, like it's covered in like the pus and mucus from this rotting flesh golem.
I did
Gotcha.
Make a point
So
of prestidigitationing to clean as much as I could, but it had a zombie in it, so.
All right, so it's legit plate mail, and it actually looks pretty cool. It's just fucking gross.
Right.
I don't know what kind of armor I was wearing before, but it's not as good as plate mail. I know that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it was the one down from plate mail. So like the shield plus the one you had equals plate mail. You just can't use the shield stuff.
Yeah. Can't use shield. I can use two-handed. Heyo.
Right. Now, the only reason I let you wear this armor is because it wasn't you who wrecked your shit. So I was generous and gave you back some AC. But if it was just you who just walked into a room that covered in rust dust wearing plate mail, you would have been fucked.
Well, that's pretty awesome of you, Ken. Can I, if and when I find or buy a shield, are you gonna somehow like coincidentally take away my plate mail?
No, not at all.
All right, cool.
Unless you walked into a room full of rust by yourself, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Every room I walk into, I'm going to be like, is there a shield in here?
You wonder why I had that 9-foot 6-inch pole.
Yeah, but it wasn't metal.
Well, that's true.
It was bamboo. I learned the hard way when the tip got cut off. Just the tip, just to see how it feels.
So as you guys walk further south past the grate, you start to smell a little bit of a rotten smell. By the way, how are you guys keeping your light? Everybody has dark vision, or does somebody have like a torch or something?
I have dark vision. I don't know where everyone went.
We're over here.
I have dark vision, and I've also got produce flame that can make light.
Okay, but you all have dark vision. All right.
Yeah, I have 120-foot dark vision.
Got it. Okay. So as you start to walk a little bit further down, you don't see anything, but there is a definite smell that's permeating through the area.
Can I identify it?
Are we
Like,
sure
does it smell
it's
like
not?
dead body or like fungus or?
Give me a nature check.
Are we sure it's not Mandrid?
Could be Mandarin. Okay, it actually smells like some sort of swamp gas. You think it's probably flammable, but you're not sure. But you think that as long as you don't have any open flame, it's probably okay.
So like not poisonous but flammable.
Right.
I'm gonna immediately like put my arm across and stop there and say, it smells like swamp gas in here. I would not recommend we go any further with the flame. I don't think it's toxic, but definitely not a good idea. I think it's flammable.
Are we using a flame with we all have dark vision?
I thought he said he had his produce flame out.
We can, if not necessarily.
Let's in this situation not.
Yeah.
mean-
At this point, Theron's just gonna be following along.
All right. Mandrid, what are you doing with Divine Sense?
I'm just divine sensing for the hell of it. Just
Just for the hell of it. Okay.
I never use it.
Cool. So type fiend or undead. It's not behind total cover. Alright, so you do not detect any undead, or fiends, or celestials.
Thank you.
Shall we trudge onward, team? To trudge.
How dirty is this water?
It's not clean.
The room
It's
smells
definitely
like swamp
cleaner.
gas. I'm gonna go with.
It's definitely cleaner than I am though, so I'm gonna be like, taking full advantage of this and like submerging myself fully as I trudge through this water and trying to just, soak in it.
Okay.
We don't necessarily need to go this way, though. If it smells like swamp gas and is going to be an issue, we can always try the stairs.
Actually, this water's probably fuel, right? And the second some flame hits me, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna blow up. That's probably a terrible idea, what I just said. Can I take that back, Ken?
Nope.
Well, I mean, does the water look like oily or anything, or is it just murky?
It doesn't appear to be oily in any way that you can tell.
Let's try the
Theron,
stairs.
Theron, can you produce water? I know you can shape ice or water, but can you like produce water?
He can prestidigitation, can't he?
Theron's gonna hand you the alchemy jug full of water.
The water that I'm not supposed to drink?
No, the alchemy jug. This is.
This is like the make water jug.
Yeah.
Our magical make water jug. It can also make butter.
So I'm just gonna start pouring water on myself and like cleaning off all the water that I doused myself in, just in case it's flammable.
Okay.
No, I dumped out the water and put Kayleen's remains in that jar.
Karen would really like to figure out what's down this river.
Wait, so now Kayleen's remains are on me?
No, in the
Oh,
jug
no.
that was filled.
Jug.
Hold on, the jug that was filled with water from the fountain that was cursed is now full of Kayleen's remains. You are using the alchemy jar, which is the magical item you guys got in that first temple with the bird that gives you basically unlimited water.
Yes.
Mayonnaise.
Why do you have Kayleen's remains?
Couldn't just leave her there.
She's dust?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, we're gonna like bury her or like sprinkle her somewhere?
Well, I haven't thought that far ahead. I just couldn't leave her there.
I feel like we've known her for like 4 days.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks in game.
We've known her a lot longer than we've known Eve. To be
I like
fair.
her more than Eve. I mean, I like Eve more than I like her though. And I've known Eve for
Thank
like
you.
a day.
Alright.
So Karen votes for water.
Karen's gonna try to
passage.
push Karen's gonna try to push the group down the water passage.
That's worked great. Every single room that Karen has pushed anybody into has been just amazing.
You know, like
We've
the
gone to
small
every room
dungeon.
on this floor.
Yes, but
As
the
I-
ones you pushed people into were extra fun.
As I turn this corner, is that a big cloud?
Yeah, you see it looks like a cloud, and then the smell gets stronger. You can also kind of see through the cloud there is a stairwell going up.
There's a stairwell for
Would
it.
we be able, since we know what's that direction and the grate's not too far away, to surmise that it leads into the zombie room?
I mean, it's up to you to decide if you think that or not.
How deep is this water?
The water is...
Can anybody move that cloud? Anybody have like windy type spells?
Gust? If only. The one time it would have been useful.
I can misty step somewhere. Do I think I can misty step through the cloud?
Sure.
Do you need to see where you misty step to?
Yes.
Is the
Can I-
fog opaque?
Not if you can see through it. It's not a thick fog. It's just that there's more gas here than elsewhere.
I just don't want to breathe any of that in. So I
Should
think I can
we-
flap it away with
Hold your
my
breath and
wings.
jog.
Should we stand back and light the gas and not accidentally step on some sort of pressure plate or something that's gonna produce a spark and kill us all?
All right, so Ken, I've seen Sharknado, and that show says that as long as you have like ankle deep water, fully grown shark can swim through it. So would I be able to swim through the water to get to the other side?
I'm going to say the water's about 2 feet deep. So you have a small enough creature. A shark, no. But if you turn it into like a trout or something, then yes.
Okay. I just
Karen's gonna get
want to
impatient and cover her mouth. Like she's gonna wet the corner of her robe, put it over her mouth, and make a dash for the staircase.
Yeah, you get to the staircase, no problem. Smells bad, but beyond that,
Anything?
Anything happen to her? I'm gonna wait 30 seconds to see if anything happens.
nope.
she's gonna put on her paper mache mask just in case she's heading into this room, and then walk up the stairs.
Wait, is this like the Bog of Eternal Stench?
What's the bog of eternal stench?
Oh my god.
Have you seen the Labyrinth?
No.
Okay, it's a bog. If you touch the bog, or if you touch anything in the bog, you are now, or you smell like shit for the rest of your life.
I see. Oh, you can't tell. You haven't left the area yet. Karen, so you walk up to the door there, at the top of the stairwell. Do you open the door?
What is the door like? Is it just like a plain door, or is it?
It looks like more like a stone slab. From the other side, from the glass, you could not see it, so it's probably a secret door on that side of the room.
Do it, don't be a bitch.
Yeah, I'll double check to make sure my mask is secure, and then open the secret door.
Okay, so first thing that happens when you open the secret door is a trap goes off where it sets off a small spark, lighting the gas on fire.
That's gonna go well.
I don't want to say I called it, but I may have called that one.
You literally said the words "Don't be a bitch."
So it's everything in the cloud and within 15 feet of the cloud. So Eve is fine. Karen, Theron, and Mandred, I need dexterity saves. DC is 15.
It's gonna go well.
Thanks, asshole. And I don't have my fucking shield.
Hey, I learned this in my cybersecurity class. You never trust the cloud.
So does I have advantage on that?
Why would you have advantage on that?
Just because I would have made it if I did.
Because he's a trout in the water?
He doesn't. He never said he did that. 28 damage to Theron and Mandred. 14 to Karen. And Karen, your mask is burned away as you open the door.
How does Karen get less damage than us, and she's in the cloud?
Because
That
she
makes
made
no
her-
sense.
It's a dex save.
She's surrounded by the cloud. She should automatically get damaged. This game is malarkey.
I'm up the stairs, and the
Same team.
cloud is probably heavier than air, and it's probably low on the stairs. But you know,
Well, I mean, Rose could have dodged it completely.
Now, after the fireball burns away, those of you you all realize that A, you don't have eyelashes left, and B, the smell's gone away. So it burned away all the smoke. Let's see. Karen, before you do anything, give me 1 second. I gotta check something because your mask did burn away.
Did we have
Am I in line of
HP?
sight of the horrible eyeball creature?
That's what I'm checking. No, you have not been spotted yet from outside the room.
Yeah, well, I'm a fucking step right on back and be like, it does connect to that room, and also we might have made a huge mistake. With like my torn up half paper mache mask, like only covering half my face.
Did we rest?
We took
Not
a
a
short
long
rest.
Yeah, short rest, not long rest.
Oh, okay.
But you took the short rest before the fight with. I think you guys ate a fireball with the flame skull, so you should be down a little bit, but not much.
So since I've
Well, we short rested in
we
the
haven't taken a rest.
room with where the fire skull was. So
Okay.
wasn't that what we did at the end of the session?
Your hit points and temporary hit points were correct at the end of the session, Mendred. Theron has not told me about additional temporary hit points.
And we have not taken a rest since I've played.
Not a
My
long
character.
rest.
Not a long rest.
No, we took the
We've
short rest.
taken a short rest though,
Two of
and
them, I think.
I didn't roll hit die.
Nope. I left it so that you could decide.
The end of last session was a short rest.
Oh, it was? Okay, then yes, I would have given out temp HP.
Oh, so I can roll I could roll my hit die now.
Sure.
Well,
Well-
but you're going to be down the 28 after you roll your hit die.
Okay, yeah.
So you'll be a maximum of 28 down, I guess. That makes sense. It's a fair ruling.
If we did take a short rest, I would have given the 12 temporary HP, and yes, 12.
Thank you.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah,
Heyo.
I forgot about it.
So does this looks like it keeps on continuing to go? Karen's gonna like poke her head around the corner and be like, "There's a lot more river, guys."
Karen, then I'm going to hand you the 9-foot 6-inch pole. Why don't you use this before going off anywhere else like that again?
Karen's not sure how she feels about being promoted to line leader, but she will cautiously take the pole and continue to step down the river.
Man, just not taking the lead anymore because you people keep doing stupid things.
Hey, you didn't get... you didn't take the lead.
There's no longer fighting in front. It's just stupidity, he says as he walks to the back of the line, like feeling for his missing eyebrows and just feeling nothing.
I was so happy, Karen, that you didn't examine that door before you opened it. That made me so happy. I appreciate it.
We lost our door examiner, by the way, folks.
Yeah, and also the party called out, "Don't be a bitch," when I was at the door.
In your defense, you were not a bitch.
It's true. All right, Karen's gonna see this chest and stand 9 foot 6 inches away from it and beat the shit out of it with the testing stick.
Okay. Can I describe it to you real quick before you do anything?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't be a bitch.
Water pours from cracks and seams in the rough walls of this cavern, whose floor is a muddy pool that flushes into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool's surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling. And the pool does seem to be a little bit deeper than the water you're in right now.
Nine foot 6 inch pole.
Okay, you can poke it, nothing happens.
So how deep is the pool of water?
About 5 feet.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, and the chest is like just it's chained up, but it's chained up like right above the water.
Theron is going to cast shape water under the chest and freeze the water.
Okay, water is frozen.
Would you like me to attempt to open it with the mage hand?
If I push the chest with the pole so that it moves back and forth, would that count as remaining motionless for mimic purposes?
No.
If you're so worried about it, I'll freeze a small bit of ice and make another impromptu dagger and throw it at the chest.
Okay. Let's actually do this right this time, since I got criticized last week for it. Go ahead and roll me a d20. I'll make a range attack rolls, a d20 plus dex plus your proficiency.
You're not proficient. Are you? Wait. I don't think you get proficiency with improvised weapons.
He's making it a dagger, so it's just a dagger. So yes, that would your dagger hits the chest. It sticks in there like a dagger. Does a couple hit points of damage. Yeah. But that's all.
Yes, mage hand.
Okay.
And unless anyone stops me, I'm gonna announce I'm opening the chest with the mage hand, and I'm gonna send it over there to try and open the lid.
Okay. Try to open the lid. Actually, you're trying to open it. It doesn't work. It seems to be locked. You can hear like a lock jingle.
Is there like a visible keyhole?
There is.
It seems locked. Does anyone see a key anywhere? And I'm gonna kind of look around and see what else is in this room aside from dangled chest.
Okay. At a look, you don't see anything.
Do you, how high is the ceiling in here?
We'll say it's another 10 feet up from the water.
And then there's the waterfall?
Right. It's not a waterfall. It's more like it's a natural spring, so the water's like coming out of the walls.
Oh, like gurgling out of the walls. Okay.
Right.
Well, I've tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas.
Well, if worst comes to worst, I can pour a bunch of water in the lock and freeze the lock and hope it breaks.
Do we think there's anything that...
It's a viable lockpicking strategy. I like it.
Do I think I could?
Go ahead.
Do I think I could smash the lock?
I mean, you can always try and force it.
I'm all for forcing it.
The chest does not seem damaged at all from the fireball, right?
No.
Did you guys, I was doing something looking at my character sheet. Did anybody inspect it for any traps or magical wards?
We have not got within 9 foot 6 inches of that box.
I've poked it and we've thrown a dagger at it.
But we're entering like Tomb of Horror levels of scared of everything now.
I don't know why. It's been going really well so far.
Yeah, no, fuck this. Let's get out of here.
Karen's gonna vote for the shaping the water, the forcing the lock by shaping water and ice inside of it.
It's actually a pretty good idea.
I really like that as a lockpick strategy.
So, Madrid, can I have the alchemy jug back?
Yeah, you had it back once. I'm not lugging that thing around. It's all yours, bud.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour water into the hole here and freeze it, and hope that maybe it breaks the lock.
Okay, so before you do that, I'm just going to read. There is an inscription around the lock.
Okay.
And it says, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
I'm going to take 10-foot step back.
Yeah, don't pour anything into it.
Yeah,
wait, hold on.
The keyhole also looks like a cackling demon skull.
Do you tell us that? Or do you just pour water in it?
I don't know if I want to pour water in it now.
I'll pour water in it.
I'll stop and I'll let everyone know what it says. I'm not so sure I want to open this.
Come on, only a great thief could freeze a lock. Let's try it.
I'm not a thief.
Well, you thought it was a good idea, a minute ago. I don't understand why it's not a good idea now.
Because I'm the one doing it.
Well, find your shape water.
What's wrong with doing it now? What changed?
The inscription.
What inscription?
Sorry, I meant to say I told everyone about the inscription.
Oh,
step
okay.
back and say I don't want to do it.
My bad.
Karen still votes we do it.
Oh no. Madrid's like, yeah, I completely agree with Theron. Or you do what you want. I'm backing the fuck up.
Karen, if you want to pour the water in, I'll freeze it, but I'm not getting anywhere near this chest.
And do I see the zombie over here if I stand over here?
You can see into the room, and you know there's a zombie up in there, sitting on a chair.
Yeah, they're all sitting on chairs, so you would see like the back of his head and stuff. But
Yeah.
Mandrid has been in that room before and knows that there's a bunch of dead things that never moved. We didn't fight them, just sitting in those chairs.
Gotcha.
And also, we really don't want to go in there.
Right, without your masks.
Wait, I have an idea.
Can Karen use Mage Hand to pour the water in for Theron?
Theoretically?
What were you gonna say, Theron?
I could summon more monkeys. It seemed to work the last time.
You do have impeccable luck when it comes to monkeys and boxes.
I will rule that you can use Mage Hand to pour the water into the lock, Karen, if you wanted to.
Karen's down for that strategy if we want to avoid summoning monkeys.
Sure. I'm gonna take steps back.
Yeah. Karen's gonna stay next to Theron and let the mouthway of the door.
Okay.
So, run the plan by me. I'm supposed to just pour a bunch of water into the lock, and then Theron's gonna freeze it.
Well,
Yes.
Karen has Mage Hand as well, so she can just do it. But yes.
Okay, well
That's what we're
then
doing.
I stand back here and proceed to be a bitch.
Theron, what's the range on shape water?
30 feet.
Okay. Okay, so is that what you guys are doing?
Yes, that is
Yep.
the plan.
So do we both die?
You do not die, but it does not appear to work.
Well, that plan didn't go so well.
To the stage.
Karen looks at the chest and be like, I know there's something very nice and very magical in there.
Was that an earthquake?
Well, when I die, I will roll rogue. But for now, nope.
Alright, if we're just going to ignore it, Karen will shoot a couple of Eldritch Blasts at the lid of the box to see if it blasts it open before we just turn around and walk away.
Okay, yeah. You shoot a couple
Make
blasts at it.
attack rolls? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you can make an attack roll if you like. Alright, yeah, the first one blasts some of the wood apart, the second one it gets absorbed.
And it blasts some of the wood apart?
Yeah, it looks like it would take a lot more to kind of look through. It's tougher than it would look to be just a normal chest.
That's what she said.
Karen's gonna does it the mouth move or anything? Like, is it gonna attack me back?
Doesn't appear to.
I'm gonna keep shooting it then. Oh.
Okay, what you notice as you start blasting it away is that the inside of the chest is actually lined with lead. So you're breaking the wood apart, but the lead is not being damaged.
Oh, that's a bitch. Alright. Karen doesn't want to get eaten, so she's gonna go with the group.
If only we had a forge cleric.
Or a rogue in a bottle. Oh wait,
That's
hold on.
true. No, yeah, we do have one of those. Alright, so Theron wants what's in the chest, but he's not willing to open it himself or get closer. So it's back.
Alright, so you guys are done with the chest?
I believe we're going downstairs.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, because I love this trap. It's a DC 22 dex check to try and pick the lock. If you don't make it,
Cuts
The
off your fucking hand.
skull bites down. It destroys your tools. If you fail by 5 or more, you get teleported into the chest. The chest falls in the water, and you start suffocating.
Neat.
Huh. Well, it's a good thing I put ice under it.
Is there treasure in the chest, or is it just a pride thing?
There is treasure in the chest. There's a 250 gold piece art object and a scroll of remove curse.
Oh, that would be useful. Oh, we can
I was
remove
just
curse thing,
muted.
can't we, Theron?
That would definitely be useful.
Yes, I can.
How
remove
heavy is the? Oops, sorry. How heavy is the chest? I'm just curious. I know we're not going to go back and do this now that we know like what it's about. But like, could I have lifted it out had it done that? Like, let's
it's
say
filled with lead. It's pretty fucking heavy.
never mind. All right.
The next floor of the tomb.
I was wondering why everything went black.
It's tomb to go.
All right, so you guys come down to the next level.
Karen's like, why am I still leading? Can I demote myself?
You guys can see a plaque across the hallway over here.
I can also see something to the north of us.
Now you can, yes.
What do I see?
The walls and floor of this 15-foot square room are cracked and carved with images of terrified humanoids falling. Set in the middle of the floor is a stone bas-relief of a bearded devil face painted green. Forlorn cries echo from the black void of its gaping maw.
Eve's going to take all that in. She's going to turn to the group and point north and go, "We're not going that way just yet." Say nothing further.
By black void, does it mean like darkness inside of its mouth?
It does, yes.
Is it darkness that Karen can see through, or just like the angle doesn't let her see?
From where you are, you would have to get closer. It's too far away. You can't tell.
Karen's gonna ignore Eve and like drift closer, but if she gets like halfway down the hallway, she's gonna stop and turn back.
Karen,
And she still can't tell.
We don't have any clues for this floor yet. Hun, no clues.
If she can't tell from there, she'll turn back around and like follow the group.
You can see through it. It's definitely a magical darkness, but you can see through
But
that.
I can't see into like the depth yet, or
It looks like a shaft, from what you can tell.
Karen will like trot
I
back
just
to the group.
realized. What was that deck saving throw?
If you were to try to pick the lock.
No, before for the blast. Everyone got plus
for the gas
3.
blowing up.
That was
It wouldn't have mattered
Yeah.
for those of you that failed. You failed pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. I had a 2. I was just making sure for other people. Sorry, I just remembered the aura. I scrolled up. You're right.
All right. So message.
Is this the poem for the second floor?
It is the poem for the second floor. I feel like I'm losing my voice, and I don't know why.
From all that
Too much
sexy
sucking
voice
dick.
acting you've been doing in Eberron.
Oh, he said you suck in the dick, son.
The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned. Into darkness descend.
Oh, I think I figured out that room.
And away she goes.
Karen's like tottering back to the like. Karen is like already halfway down the hallway again. I'm still reading this handout, but she is like already moving back. Like, oh, the darkness room. I read some darkness. Although since I still have the 9-foot 6-inch pole, I'm like using it like a blind man would as I walk down this hallway.
Okay, yeah. Nothing happens as you walk down that hallway. What are the rest of you doing?
Updating the notebook before I forget important things. But I will at least watch what Karen's doing. I want to stay together. I just don't want to be near 6 foot or 9 foot 6 inch pole Karen because she frightens me.
Okay. Yeah, Karen, no, the pole's not activating anything. That's what she said.
All right. In that case, Karen will continue, and she'll start peering down this maw.
Okay.
And eventually, she'll just like walk right up to it and like stick the stick down it at first and like wiggle it around before she like sticks her face up to it. But she will like look down the hole.
Okay. So as you look down the hole, it goes on about 10 feet. It opens into a wide room. It looks like there's like a boat maybe down there with a sarcophagus resting on top of it.
Karen will inform the rest of the group. Like, hey guys, I think it's another one of those possessed items. And then, is there like any way like up and down it?
I mean, you could fall down the hole if you wanted to. It's just a shaft. I'd like to make it like an athletics check to kind of chimney down.
Oh, well, I have 50 foot of rope. So I'm going to like wrap a rope around the entire head and tie it off and then like dangle it down the mouth and then climb down.
Okay.
You'll sit there and wince a bit, but not really say too much about doing anything with whatever's in the sarcophagus.
Okay. Patrick, what were you saying? Mandred?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard you chiming in, but got cut off. Okay.
No,
so
I
yeah,
think that was Theron.
Oh, okay. I haven't confused you two in quite a while. All right. 35 going down. All right. So you're going to go down the hole, Karen?
Right back.
Sorry.
I need 2-3 minutes. Sorry, guys.
Actually, it's a good time to take a quick 5-minute break so I can read this next fucking room that you're going into unexpectedly. So hold on. Let's take 5 minutes.
Unexpectedly.
Yes, you're climbing down a black pit into a weird room. But yes, we'll take 5 minutes.
It's not black for Karen.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Karen's my new favorite.
Alright, so we might have to take a long rest here.
You need to swap your spells.
There's a very real chance that Karen just dies.
That's fine. We'll long rest in a place where we can acquire all of the new party members.
Yeah, all the new party members.
I do have a character drawn up, although I made it level 10, expecting myself to get a little bit further.
Well, you make poor life choices.
I know, I'm going to have to level it down a couple of times.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Also, 10 is just coincidentally where his like build comes online.
You know what else? I don't know what we're going to do without all this temporary HP. I don't know what we're going to do next campaign without all this temporary HP.
Rely on the tank.
Yeah, who does that?
I mean, remember we had Gothic? Gothic was a great tank.
Yeah, he was, but I mean, imagine how much shit we could have done if we had had 12 temporary HP, like every twice a short rest.
Imagine all the stupid shit Gothic could have survived.
Exactly. All right, I need to run too. Be right back.
All right.
I'm back.
The bounty hunter is back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Speaking of all that temporary HP, we're playing that Pathfinder game. Clerics actually have a healing spell that is not on the, well, it's not part of your spell list. So you actually have healing in that game. It's like an unknown concept.
What game is it? Is it a homebrew something or?
No, it's Pathfinder. It's Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's a new CRPG.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing because Pathfinder makes no sense, but it's pretty fun. It's like I love all the character customization options, but man, it is so complicated. It's like here in 5e, you can just say, hey, I want to play a druid, and throw together a druid, and you can be alright. Pathfinder, you have to pick all the right feats. You can't dump dex, or you can't dump strength, because if you dump strength, you can't shoot a bow correctly, and there are no cantrips.
Yeah. Played in a couple of really long Pathfinder campaigns in my day. I think about a 1.5 year one and a 2-year one.
I mean, it looks really fun, and like I said, the character customization looks amazing. Like the alchemist there, awesome.
That's the thing that I really liked about it. Like 5e, if you have 2 fighters, they're gonna share a lot of the similarities, even if you have an Eldritch Knight and a champion. But like we had 2 fighters in our Pathfinder group, and they were night and day different characters.
But I don't know how y'all managed to account for everything. Like, 'cause there's a whole bunch of stupid shit that you had to put up with. Like,
my wife was playing a barbarian. And it was actually a fighter multi-classed in the barbarian, and I had no shit made her 8 index cards to track what she needed to roll for attack and damage based on I am using power attack, I am raging, I am using power attack and raging, I'm using power attack and raging and wielding my weapon in 2 hands, and like because it drastically changed attack, damage, everything depending on one of 6 different situations. And so rather than her having to figure out, okay, it's base attack bonus plus strength plus weapon focus plus fighter weapon and ability plus feat plus I just here index cards.
And then if she takes the rage power, that lets her use bite attacks and claw attacks too.
Yeah. No, I've made references in my description of like 5e is great. Advantage and disadvantage is a real improvement over 3.5, and I really love 3.5. But sometimes it's just really great to say roll 2d20s instead of going, okay, you were standing on the table and he is standing on the floor, and it is Tuesday and it's an even numbered month and the moon is in the 2nd quarter, and you were using a 2-handed weapon and that weapon is made of wood and the room you're in is bigger than 15 feet, so the total attack bonus is 17, and you were flanking, so +2, so 19. Go.
Yeah, but did you have a hearty meal today?
Shit, I forgot the Great Feast buff. 21 to attack.
Yeah, so I think I spent more time in that stupid game making characters and trying to figure out what I wanted to do than I have actually playing the game. The game's buggy as crap, but because I can't get past the character customization boss, I haven't got to the point where I've needed to worry about all the bugs.
I love building Pathfinder characters, though, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't even play it anymore, but once in a while I'll still just build like a shield bash fighter for the funsies.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I read the room, and I have make coffee. So Matt, you were going to climb into the chamber?
Rope
Andrew,
and like
Andrew, you
poke
back?
ahead of myself with the pole. But
Yeah,
Alright. So as you
that was no
look...
5 minutes.
Sorry, I took an extra 2 minutes to pee and get some coffee.
No, that was 4 minutes max. I'm just saying.
Thank you for the help. When you look down into the pit as you lower the rope in, you do see there are bats down this chimney.
I can't like startle them out with the stick.
Yeah, if you smack the stick around, they will startle out and they'll fly out. You have a barrage of bats. So those of you who are like standing 10 feet back, all you see is Karen like smacking her stick around in this magically dark hole, and then all of a sudden a bunch of bats fly out, and you like cry like girls and cover your hair. Karen just sits there laughing.
Can I ask the bats what's down in the hole?
Sure. Do you have a speak with animals or something?
I do.
Okay.
Can bats smell?
Yeah.
I imagine that they like purposely fly out of my way.
Yeah, you smell pretty bad. So yeah, probably they're not vampire bats or anything. They're just bats. Theron, you can't speak with animals. They will tell you that there is a big room full of bright lights down there.
I will convey what the bat said to Karen.
Oh,
Theron is very helpful today.
And Karen, you can tell the room down there, like it looks pretty expansive, and you can tell there's light down there on the other side of the magical darkness.
all right. So Karen will start slowly climbing down the rope.
Okay. There's nothing impeding you, so I'm not going to make you make an athletics check or anything. Allow me to read to you the description. 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot-high room. The torches cast flickering lights across hieroglyphs carved into the tile floor. At the center of the room, a gold-inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-foot-tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge, while to the south, a corridor is visible through a set of fangs carved into the wall. The skeleton of a dwarf.
Dark shaft.
Yes, I did.
Second favorite kind.
The skeleton of a dwarf sprawls on the floor east of the barge, clad in a tattered yellow turban and dusty chainmail, clutching a bronze shield.
Oh,
Dibs.
oh man. this
Allow
is
me
good.
to provide you with a handout, actually.
Karen will yell up and be like, "Hey, Vander, there's a shield down here, but you have to come down here and get it yourself because need some company."
All right, so actually, I'm going to go. Only Matt knows what this looks like right now, so I'm just going to share with Matt. Okay, so Matt, you can now see what the floor looks like. The rope is going to lead you down the tile.
Wait,
Well,
where am I
there's-
supposed to see this at?
I gave you a handout.
How far is the drop?
The tunnel goes down 10 feet to the ceiling, there's another 10 feet down, so it's 20 feet total.
Oh.
All right. Mandred will follow in after her.
Okay. So, Karen, you're going to be dropped off on the floor. You see there's the square. Have you found the handout?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay. So
Assuming-
Hmm?
Oops, sorry.
so you're looking to the right of the boat. They're going to be the tile 2 to the right. It looks like a snake.
I am?
Yep, that's where the rope leads you down to.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap man.
It's like 5-foot tiles? Is that what's going on?
Right.
Okay, so we can stay on the same tile, Mandred and I can.
If you wanted to, sure. What were we saying there, Hunter?
Before Mandra goes down, I kind of give him a best buds tap on the shoulder from behind and say, good luck down there, and I cast guidance on him.
Okay.
I nod at her.
Okay. So you step off the rope there as Mandra starts heading down?
Like onto the snake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The sphinxes are gynosphinxes statues. As you step onto that tile, that is not the correct tile for the first pattern, first one in the pattern. So each of them is going to open its mouth, and out of the mouth is going to shoot a cloud of locusts. And they are going to center on you. So, Mandrid, as you look down at you're coming down, and you're about 10 feet off the ground. It's a 15-foot cube. How tile? I said.
So how was I supposed to? I was supposed to like leap off of the rope somewhere.
Well, no, it's a trap.
That makes sense.
It's a trap.
You just got mummied.
It's a trap.
All right. So I'm trying to figure out how tall the ceiling is in here. Because it says the sphere of locusts is 15-foot cube. And I said the ceiling was 10 feet tall, and that doesn't make any sense then.
Yeah.
It's just compressed.
It's a 15-foot. It's a 15-foot high room, so it fills up the room. So I'm going to say, Mandrid, you're like 5 feet from the ceiling. Like you crawl through the darkness, and you're hanging there on the rope about 10 feet from the ground. You're 5 feet from the ceiling. As Karen drops to the floor, and the locusts come. So let's go ahead and do a initiative roll.
Oh, goody.
Do I
Karen?
see anything else? Can you show me what he saw?
Oh, yes, that's a good point. Let me show you what he saw. Where'd it go?
And do
Is
I
there
get
any-
moved to another map?
It's not ever met. It's just a handout.
Gotcha.
Okay, we don't need. Well, I guess we could use initiative for everybody. So Tyler, if you want to go and put yourself in initiative, there you can.
Okay, give me a second. I was looking up locust gifts. That'll work.
All right, Karen, you are first to act. So you are surrounded by these locusts.
Yeah, not super
Yeah.
happy about that.
No, it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. It's going to be bad. I hope you have a second character built up, really.
I think he was just bragging about one.
I was actually, but I made it
So-
the wrong level.
The locusts
So-
are the locusts swarm you, and they're covering you, and they're gnawing on you. These are flesh-eating locusts, kind of like the mummy. You take
Cool.
33 damage, which is really good on 8d10.
Wait, hold on. They get a surprise round?
No, it's just if you start your turn in the swarm, you take damage.
Oh.
Yep.
What's that?
So
33 of it, apparently.
yes, you do. You take
That's
33
awful.
damage from the locust, and you have your turn.
Karen will be casting spells. She'll be casting Fly,
Okay,
and she'll be flying back up the hole.
you're flying up the hole that Mandrid is currently dangling right in front of.
Sounds
Yep.
like a plan.
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can fly around him through the cloud of locusts.
I have a feeling this is gonna suck for Mandrid.
It's just some locust. She'll be fine.
Okay, you're fine. You're able to fly around, no problem.
And I have what? Fly has a 60-foot speed.
Yeah, so you can get back up through the hole. And,
Karen's like fucking piecing right out down the hallway, like no.
Is there a cover to this? I forget.
covered to what?
To
10-foot
however
section of absolute magical darkness.
she got down here
The
initially.
hole. There's no cover to the hole. It's just a hole in the ceiling that you crawl through. There's a magical darkness that you couldn't see. You couldn't see through, but Karen could and climb down. So you climb down after her. But you're still on the rope, so you'll be able to climb back up.
Okay.
Eve, all you see is Karen flying through, going nope. So I don't know what you want to do, if anything.
What's
I
the
don't wanna
rope
be
tied
a,
off to the statue itself?
It's tied off to the statue stuff. Yeah. Mandra, what were you saying?
I don't want to be an asshole about this, but shouldn't the locusts have a turn
Nope, because they go on your turn.
Neat.
on my turn?
If you
There's
start
like a
your turn
trap.
if you start the turn in the cloud, you take damage.
But I'm not in the cloud.
You are in the cloud because you climbed out into the room. It's a 15-foot high room, and it's a 15-foot cube.
Eve chases after
But I
Karen and is...
wouldn't have climbed into a cloud of locusts, though.
No, but you climbed down after Eve, and because you didn't
After
say you waited until
Karen.
Eve landed, and after you climbed down after Karen, you didn't say you waited until Karen got off the rope. So Karen, you were climbing down.
I just said I
as
climbed
Karen.
down, and then everything else happened. So there
Right, 'cause it was
wasn't an
based on- 'cause-
opportunity for me to do so. All right.
Well, 'cause
I'm
it was
not
based-
arguing with you. I'm just saying I didn't have an opportunity to say I waited.
Well, because it didn't happen because things were happening at the same time. You were climbing down after Karen. Karen hopped off the rope, but you were already on the rope. So that was Eve's turn. Theron, is there anything you wish to do?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Did anything happen with Karen when she flew out?
I mean, you can see like she's covered in bite marks. There's probably a locust or two still hanging off of her.
Okay. I'm going to shape water and get a big enough hole of water to repeat or a big enough ball of water to repeat my thing before with the spider room and try and plug up this hole whenever Mandra comes out.
When Mandra comes out. Okay. I was going to say, you know Mandra's still down there. Okay. All right. So Mandra, you are also, I'm going to use the same roll because it was generous. 33 damage from the locusts as they start to gnaw through you. You know, they find all the chinks in your armor and they're just gnawing away at you. You don't have a climb speed, right?
No.
Okay. But it's only, I said you're 5 foot into the room as you were climbing down behind Karen. So even with half movement, you're able to climb up out of the mouth again. So you weren't that badly stuck. I really thought Karen was going to die because I forgot she had fly. The Mandra, you are able to pull yourself out of that room, out of the mouth. All you hear out of the mouth is the wails from the wind, and now the buzzing of the locusts.
Okay, Theron is going to pour the rest of the water from or pour some more water from the alchemy jug and close up the hole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start healing myself
Okay.
immediately before turn orders start happening again.
Okay. Yeah, we're out of initiative for the time being.
Yeah, Karen will also heal herself.
I don't mean to pry, Karen, but what exactly was down there besides bugs?
I don't have any heal spells, perhaps.
Karen will give like a... Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Karen will give a vague description of the room. Like, oh, it's like a boat with a coffin on top of it. Like... Think Indiana Jones. It's like there's hieroglyphs on the floor on panels. Like, apparently, I stepped on the wrong panel.
Which one did you step on?
I don't know, like the snake.
Do you happen to remember what the options were?
Well, there's like a snake, and there's like an egg thing, and a beetle. Yeah, there's some other stuff too.
None of the gods were beetles, right, Ken?
None of the gods are beetles, no.
Does anybody have any means to heal me? I am very badly wounded because I didn't
Now that you mention
climb up
that,
fast enough, and I don't have any means to.
I'm gonna give one cure wounds to Karen and one cure wounds to Mandrid. Mandrid first, Karen after.
I'm gonna need to take some sort of rest because it's not gonna be enough. If we get into any combat, I'm done for.
Theron's gonna
one more to Mandrid.
Theron's gonna cast Healing Spirit 3 to
Wait, so am I the 4?
I'm sorry, but yes.
I just want to make sure.
5 rounds to or I'm sorry, it's
Wait, hold on. Let
6.
me calculate before you divvy up the rounds, you know? Or are we not allowed to do that?
I was just gonna do half and half.
He may need more.
I'm at 21 HP right now.
Of
54.
Yeah, I'm at 38 of 80, but I'm trying to. I can't get my calculator up.
Egg. Oh, shit. So typing.
I hate this fucking computer.
It's 12 to one, 15 to the other, and then I'm gonna be munching on good berries.
Okay.
Karen,
Karen.
is there-
You
What?
take the 15, dude.
Okay, thank you.
go ahead, and I'll
Um,
ask you afterwards.
Karen now sees this room as like a personal challenge and really wants whatever in that in that coffin. So she's like, wait for all the bugs to die and shit, obviously, so we can go somewhere else first. But
So, Snake was the wrong choice, and we don't know what the right choice was. Was there anything in the room that you feel might indicate which spirit god it was?
well, I'm gonna assume it's not the one that the other dead guy was on.
What do you mean?
But I'm also gonna recommend that I just fly next time.
That's
I can,
an option.
I can also fly if you want to go down, but we might need some sort of protection as well. And
Just try to stay
Well-
off the floor completely.
can I apologize? Where can I find what I saw down there?
In the handouts.
Oh, okay. Hieroglyphic floor handout.
And as far as what you saw down there, the barge is a small sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits.
Oh, there we go. My eyes are absolutely shot tonight. Where did he jump down? Is she jumped down? Is that
Jumped out. You were the rope going to go. The hole leads down to the space to the right of the boat, which is a snake, I believe.
okay? So when Karen came down, she came down onto the snake.
Right.
And do we have any clues as to this room? Where's the handout for this floor? What
I want to
was that
remind you,
floor? The
this goes
second
down.
one?
The hole goes down. It's 10 feet down plus 15 feet into the room, so it's 25 feet lower.
It might be the beginning of the next floor.
Ew. But the ring is a path to another tomb.
We haven't tried any of these rooms yet, so like we should.
Yeah, maybe we save this for last. Bow as the dead god intoned into the darkness descend. So it's telling us to go into the darkness. I think that's where we're supposed to go, right? We agree on that?
Yes, we agree on that. Do we think we should attempt to do the clues in the proper order, or...
We did them in the wrong order last time.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered on the floor above.
Yeah, I think we just move clockwise because, like, in character, that would be the easiest way to like keep track of where you are at.
Do we want to continue dealing with the problem that we know, or do we want to assess new rooms?
Karen's not a fan of the bugs at the moment, but she does want to circle back to that later.
Oh, of course. Maybe after a while the bugs will die down, and we can readdress it.
So Theron's going to cast a Bear Spirit again and give everybody 12 more temporary HP.
Why does that never add my stupid bonus?
Can I see all the way to that sarcophagus?
Yeah.
It is within dark vision.
So within dark vision for you. Okay.
I just didn't know if there was any like changes in floor height.
Gotcha. No. So, I'll tell you what's in there. Flip back to this. The room was on a checkerboard marble floor. A gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. From where you are, that's all you can see. So you guys are taking a short rest, you said?
No,
Oh, you're just casting Bear Spirit.
yeah.
Okay.
I usually save it, but I'm not this time, so we won't get temporary HP if we use it or if we get hurt before a short rest.
Got it. Okay.
I hate to derail for like the 30th time tonight, Ken, but I feel like I've asked in the past before. You know my feature that allows me to dodge in combat, the Dwarven Fortitude that you let me take as an Azamar Fortitude?
Link it for me, but I know approximately of what you speak, yes.
I'm pretty sure I asked before, and I think you said I was allowed to. Yeah, you definitely said I was allowed to, and I just had to it replenished on a long rest. You know what I mean? I'll just send it to you. I obviously paraphrased it. That's not the language.
Okay, so when you take the dodge action, you can take a hit point equal. You can use a hit die and regain hit points equal to a total plus. Okay, so basically, roll a hit die when you take a dodge action once per rest.
Yeah.
Long rest. Okay.
Well, no. So it's in combat. Yeah. Well, it's the same. It's not once per long rest. It's whenever it's not once per long rest. It's whenever I want in combat.
As long as you have a hit die.
Yeah, as long as I have hit die. So my question was whether I can use it outside of combat.
Okay, I think once per long rest is fair there.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. All right. Well, in that case, I should have used it before you guys healed me up.
No, too late now. All right. So, you guys are continuing onwards. Let's see, area 19. As you guys step forward, Eve, there's a hallway going left and right there. At a four-way intersection, the corridors to north and south curve upward and out of sight, but with no rails or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips its staff, tipped with a bronze goat head.
I think that's dangerous, guys.
How far does the sunlight actually come down this hall, or is it only in that room? Is this the barrier between darkness and sunlight?
What do you mean sunlight?
You said in the room with this, you said sunlight come down from a vaulted ceiling?
Oh, that's right.
I'm just asking how
it's
well lit this four-way is.
It's not. If you guys didn't have dark vision, you wouldn't be able to see with that light. But you all have dark vision.
Okay. I explained that to the group, and then I let Mandrid pass. Mandrid, you want my shield?
I actually didn't mean to. I didn't mean to pass you.
Oh.
I'm just having trouble with this stupid computer. Do you do you not mind If I use your shield, it would make me much more effective in combat if we ever get into combat again.
Like out of character, without my shield, I bump down to 16 armor as somebody with shit for HP and can just stand in the back. I know that you have a character that relies on a shield for shield bash and other abilities, so I'm offering you a shield, especially since I'm the one that lost your shield.
Oh no, don't worry about that. But are you a close-up fighter, or are you?
I'm a sorcerer.
Wow. So for now, would you mind if I use your shield? Well, why don't you hold on to it until we get into combat, and then just toss it to me?
You can
Or
take
you
it
want
now.
me just to... All right, I'll take it now. I appreciate that. So,
Yep.
and I'll take the lead again then.
Okay.
I got all my hit points back, so I'm gonna stand in front of him, and when I do I see something to my north?
Yes. At a four-way intersection, the corridors to north and south curve upward and out of sight, but with no rails or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat head.
Does it see us?
It's dead.
Oh, it's a corpse. You said corpse. I'm used to corpses being alive, though.
No, that didn't answer the question.
Would
Theron.
you like me to grab it with the mage hand?
Yeah, that or the pull. I'm gonna say poke it with your mage hand, and I'm gonna What kind of shield is this?
Standard shield.
The shield.
Okay, yeah, you poke with the stick, it's a dead goat, half-goat person.
I summon the mage hand and send the mage hand to pull the staff out of its hand, but I do not yet return the staff to us. I
Okay.
leave the staff down the hallway with it.
Okay, yep, it's a staff.
Anything else on it that I can observe on the corpse?
He has a sack.
I'm gonna reach over. Well, actually, I'm gonna lean in. Do I notice any traps or anything attached to the sack?
Give me a perception check.
Is that guidance still casted on me?
I'll cast another one now.
What does that give me? +4?
Plus D4.
D4.
And what am I rolling again?
Perception.
Oh, it's a terrible stat for me.
Plus a D4.
Okay. So you said you're opening, or you're looking for traps. There's no traps you can see.
All right, and then I'm gonna I'll take the sack. Is it a small sack?
It's fairly small.
And what is it attached to?
No, it's like it's on his belt. He's easy enough to just pull off.
Okay,
I'll untie it and take it.
Okay.
I'll take a step back and open it up.
Cool. And you open it up. There is a ink pot sealed up, and there is a book.
What is the title of the book?
There is no title.
Is it some sort of journal?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up, and I'll step back to everyone else, show it to everyone else before I open it up, and say, should we read this, or is it taboo to read people's journals?
I don't see any harm in it.
Sounds like I'm pretty sure he won't mind.
Yeah.
It might lead us to what befell him.
I'm gonna hand it to the magic users, knowing really nothing about magic other than that is given to me by my gods, and say, don't wizards and some magic users sometimes place wards on these types of books, and couldn't this be a spell book of some sort, or can there be a ward on this? I'm kind of nervous about opening this, especially in such a fucked place like this hell.
I'm gonna give the book a good once-over. I'll take the book when Mandarin hands it to me. Like, is there anything binding it closed, like a leather strap? Like, what
It's got a little snap on it.
No immediate any kind of nothing on the covers at all. Just leather.
Yep, just the leather book. No sickles or anything you can tell.
Okay. I'm gonna take a moment to examine this. What do you all want to do about the staff? And you see the mage hand is still holding the staff down the hall. And I'm gonna start as a ritual casting detect magic on the book, or just in general. I think it's like an aura in this edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
right, 10 minutes.
I'm gonna start that process while we inevitably figure out what to do.
Okay. So as you sit there for 10 minutes, you hear a familiar clanking sound around by the stairs.
Of course.
Shit! It's gonna be one of those tank motherfuckers.
Did anyone?
Can I back up down the hallway a little bit further?
Where is it coming from?
From the stairwell.
Is that as he completes it or as he starts doing it? How are we?
In the middle of the process. It only takes him a few seconds to arrive.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna tell everyone who doesn't want to get up close to this thing to get behind me. This wasn't one of the things that rusted us, right? This was the thing that came down the
Yeah, these are the
came
monsters
through
that
the
keep
fan.
stomping up from downstairs. This will be our third one.
Okay. Let's go and roll initiative. Hold on.
I'm just saying, the mage hand, I will bring the... It stays near me, still holding the stick, but once
Quick
I
question.
start the
Sorry.
the ritual, I'm just going to drop the stick on the floor.
Okay.
Quick question. The second one, anything new about the second one? It was there. It didn't like have magic or it wasn't part of the rusting of my previous armor, right?
No, it tried to beat the shit out of us in a hallway. Eve fought it since Mandred was naked. When it hit me for a shit fuck load, and then I burned it alive.
All right. When you say shit fuckload, like, what are we talking? Like,
So I want to say it was 29.
so it could 3-shot me, possibly 2-shot me, but it's not gonna like 1-shot me.
I have no idea how well it rolled.
Karen, for some reason, it didn't track your initiative, and the rest of you need to roll in there as well, please.
Apparently,
I
didn't
usually
make a
wait until
button.
someone says roll initiative.
I did. Hence why Matt was smart enough to roll it. He just didn't click his token.
I was looking for my button, and I apparently did not make one for this character yet. So I had to open my character sheet like some kind of Neanderthal.
I think it's pronounced Neanderthal.
Cheers.
No, we used to pronounce it.
Right, there, and you are first act.
Okay. I'm gonna look around the corner. Do I see anything?
You don't see anything coming yet. I mean, anything you can see is what you can see. Now, you also know the hallway continues up. Like, as you step north here, like, the hallway already starts to curl. Actually, Mandra, I should have pointed this out to you as well. As you stepped up to this guy, like, he's resting on a curved hallway. And, like, you didn't, like, feel like you were slipping backwards at all. Like, you felt like you could continue walking straight, even though you started to be walking, like, uphill, up a circle.
Wait, I'm kind of confused.
Like a spiral staircase up?
Not a spiral staircase. No, these hallways curl like they're a circle, like a wheel, basically.
Oh, so you're saying it curves up away from us as if we were on name any movie with a giant rotating space ship thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm not smart.
You are in a giant hamster wheel, and you were standing at the bottom of that wheel.
Oh,
It
okay,
curls
okay.
up away from you in both directions, with Eve currently standing at the very bottom of the curve. However, the DM is saying that you feel like you could walk straight through, I think.
Right.
Yeah, like gravity is also curved.
Exactly. Not that your character doesn't know what gravity is. Isaac Newton was never born in the Forgotten Realms.
You don't know that.
I'm the DM. I know everything.
So what you're saying is that I'm actually in character, not just out of character when I say I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Right.
Right.
Gotcha.
In that case, I'm going to cast Produce Flame and hold it until something comes through this direction. Well, until I see an enemy.
I was going to say, and Kayleen comes around the corner and she's fine.
That's not Kayleen. I've got her in the jar here. That's my turn.
All right. First of the Guardians is going to come stomping forward. It comes like at a sprint. Pretty sure I can get with a dash. You can get there, right? Yeah.
Hunter, are those my spells left or my spells that were used?
Spells left.
Gotcha.
All right, Eve. This first one's this. You're about to see a clash of armor as these two, like, as the big ass flesh golem comes charging forward, getting ready to punch your heavily armored paladin with his shield up.
Well, does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna start it off with a little firebolt, just for shits and gigs.
All right, 17 is enough to penetrate the armor.
And I get to reroll one of those dice because I rolled a 1.
Yep.
So
5 more.
10.
All right. Mandrid, fire is exploding all over this thing. Only one of the bursts gets through, however.
Only one of the what?
Only one of the several bursts of flame come flying past you from the magic users, but only one penetrates his armor.
Gotcha. My turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna attempt to shield bash it with Eve's shield. What kind of shield is it again? I know I asked. Steel.
Yeah, it's just steel
Wood.
shield.
Flowers.
I mean, it's nice, but it ain't ornate. It doesn't have like holy symbols.
You both rolled a 24. So let's go and do it again. So we'll have a roll off basically.
Oh, but Ty goes to the more charismatic one.
No. Ty technically goes to the defender. I'm going to be generous and give you another chance. Okay, he rolled a 22, so it does not work.
Hooey Louie.
Is there anything different about this guy?
No.
Okay, so they've all seemed the same so far.
Yeah. I mean, the armor all looks identical. You haven't taken the helmet off to see if the face is different or anything. All right, that clanks off his armor.
Does Mandrid not wearing the helmet from the last guy? Or you mean this guy's helmet hasn't come off?
This guy's helmet has to come off.
Okay.
All you see is the armor. I mean, Mandrid may or may not be wearing a helmet. That's just flavor. Mandrid, you take the first swing, you swing through, and it bounces off his armor. The second one, he reaches up and grabs your sword in his hand and thrusts it away.
I didn't mean to swing twice. I don't know how that happened.
Well, I mean, you get 2 swings.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't mean to do it twice just yet, but I did do it, so it's cool.
All right, Karen.
Karen is going to try to... She's going to pass on casting Hex because she doesn't think necrotic damage is going to do a whole hell of a lot. But she will catch Eldritch Blast at the first one.
Okay. Nope.
Well, I'm assuming the first one hit.
Oh, I missed the first one. Yes, the first one hit. So it's 14. All right. Theron, it's back to you.
All right, save as before. I'm going to conjure a small bit of flame and throw it at the first thing here.
Okay. Your fire continues to splash off of his armor. Hunter, I swear to God, you're the only person in the world that remembers that fucking movie. Yes, there are 2 of them.
I'm sorry.
There's too much going on. I can't keep up.
The link Hunter posted.
You act like that's an old movie.
It's 20 years old.
Wait.
Now I feel old.
Where's that from?
Episode 1.
Oh. This is getting out of hand.
All
There are
right.
2 of them.
Mandrid, this first one swings its fists at you. The first one you're able to kind of duck out of the way of. The second one catches you right under the ribs, gives you 13 damage.
You didn't even ask what my AC is.
It's 20. He rolled a 22. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man. How much damage?
13.
Cool.
All right. He's going to step back. You can take attack of opportunity if you like.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me just take my damage real quick. You said 13?
13, yes.
Hold on. I have a cool feature.
Oh, what cool features?
All right. When you hit a creature, okay. I'm gonna take my opportunity attack against him. Swing my longsword.
Okay,
That
that's
hits?
a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
Wait, where did he move to first?
He's gonna move behind the guy, but he hasn't. I've just kept him there, so I remember which token's which. So he's gonna move 10 feet back.
Yes, but I can move with him. But I wouldn't be able to get past the other guy, right?
You could,
So
but he'll get attacked because you couldn't stop where he is, so you can move through him and move to the other side of that little jumble. But then the other one will get an opportunity attack on you.
No, it shouldn't provoke opportunity attacks, but I guess because
Oh
we're
no,
in such
no, you're right. It
close
doesn't. Yes,
proximity.
no, it does. It doesn't. You're right. So if you wanted to move through him, you could, and you get to the other side.
Please don't do that.
But then I'm leaving everyone else exposed, and none of you guys are equipped for that, correct?
I mean, I have a 16 and Darren has a 16. I can move forward to
Yeah,
protect
no.
Karen. I'm assuming
Karen has
she
an
also
18.
has an
He's doing
18.
okay right now.
Yeah.
What'd you say about Karen?
Karen has an 18, and so like she could step forward if she needs to.
I just don't want them to do this continuously because that's going to really kill me really fast if they just continuously do this. You know what I mean?
Well, we missed a
Right.
bunch last round. If we can get a good round, like we can single round melt these guys based off of prior experience.
All right. You
We
guys
also had an
focus on the
adamantine
one on the
fan.
back then. Unless I hit this next one really hard. All right, so I'm not going to follow after him. So sorry.
Okay. Eve, it is your turn.
I am going to cast Fireball.
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 Okay.
And I'm going to wing it over everyone's head and kind of aim for the ceiling back here so that
Okay.
I can get both of them, but not crispify Mandrid.
Got it. Okay.
3rd level. So dex saves DC 15.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm such an idiot.
And I get to roll one of those. What'd you do, Mandrid?
No, actually, I'm not an idiot. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
So add 2.
All right. So 28. One of them made it. One of them failed. So the one in the back that just retreated lets out a guttural roar and kind of like holds his fists up and does a Chewbacca sort of angry roar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's bloodied.
Mandrid.
I opt to use flames of Fleffa, whatever the fuck it is,
Okay.
to surround myself in fire.
Okay. You are surrounded with fire.
You guys, wait, who did you just attack?
I hit both of them in an AoE spell. The one in the back
Okay.
is at half life or less,
Oh, really? Still ready?
based on metagame knowledge, yes.
All right, I'm gonna use All right. Sorry. I'm going to use Abjure Enemy, my channel divinity, on the... Actually, let me just make sure I have my channel divinity. Nope, I don't have it. Never mind. I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry about that. I went back to my first screen. I am a fucking idiot. I'm going to step forward and attack the one in the front. That's a miss.
It is.
Oh, no. Shield bash. With a 15 of hit?
No.
13 shield bash. I assume he's gonna miss.
Nope, actually that succeeds. So he is prone.
Yeah.
All right.
So your second attack has advantage. 16 still does not hit.
Ah, mother of God.
Yeah, it bounces off his armor. All right.
And can I take a step back, or does he still get an attack of opportunity? I ask this every
He'll
time.
get an attack of opportunity, but it'll be a disadvantage.
No, there's no point because he can just get up and come after me.
All right. And he will, in fact, stand up because it's his turn. Is your turn over?
Yeah, sorry. My turn is over.
All right. He's going to take a couple swings at you, but you were able to get your shield up and block it. His mighty fists as they slam you. Karen.
I love this shield, Eve.
Best one I've had all campaign.
Alrighty. Karen is going to... is this hallway like wide enough that she could get a clear shot at the back golem?
The more people you shoot through, the more AC bonus I give them for cover.
Okay.
But I always do that for range attacks.
I'm just going to shoot at the front golem in that case.
All right, those both hit. To the front golem, you said, right?
Yeah.
All righty. Takes a couple shots to the chest. Gets staggered a bit. Let's see here. I don't believe... No, it does. So yes, he is going to put his hands up and roar as well. Theron.
What does that do?
They go ballistic. You've watched one go ballistic and try to beat the shit out of Eve before. Like, they're going to do more damage if we don't start killing them.
I'm going to lob a fireball at this one.
A fireball or flaming sphere?
A flaming sphere, but it's a sphere of fire, a fireball. At the one in the back and ram it into it for 2d6 damage. And my DC is 15.
All right, dex save, right?
Yes.
All right, he fails, so he takes all that damage.
7 damage.
Yep. So, no, I was just reading the spell real quick because I forgot exactly how it worked. So he's going to go charging forward. Mandred, you can get an attack of opportunity if you like.
Yes, sir. So he's going to charge through me?
Yep. You can use, if you want to use your attack of opportunity to like try and stop him from passing you, you can. You can do a grapple check, or you can make your attack.
How does he get past me, though? I thought that was impossible.
It's not impossible.
Unless he trampled me.
No, he just takes the attack of opportunity. So most of the time, they're not going to do it because they don't want to take damage. He's berserk. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
And that's the guy in the back.
That was the guy in the back.
The first one.
All right, your swing goes wide. Let's see here. Actually, Eve, you threw that fireball, didn't you?
Yeah.
Theron, you can also get attack. Theron and Karen can both get attacks opportunity if you like.
Okay. Well, let's see if I actually have a weapon equipped. Oh.
I do. I have a mace.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh wait, I do. I have this nifty little mace. I have.
Yeah, so my nice is -1 to strength.
All right, your mace has bounced off its armor as it charges forward. Eve, you're actually able to duck out of the way of the first blow. The second one, however, hits for 14 damage.
He's going to take a D4 fire damage.
All right, give it up.
You said 14?
I did.
Okie dokie.
By the way, because they are berserk, you guys have advantage on these attack rolls. It's just you keep rolling shit.
We did that last time, too.
Eve, it is your turn.
I'm pretty sure that you're doing something to roll 20, Ken.
Yes, it's me.
It's called the Varys Initiative.
Yes, to say welcome to me.
Considering he is all up in my grill, and I don't want any kinds of crazy disadvantages, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on him.
Okay, dex save, right?
Cheers. Oh, all of that radiant damage.
The radiant damage. So much radiant damage. It's radiant.
All right, he failed to save. He takes all 3 of that.
Boom, 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 boom.
I don't think
Commander.
I have any cool bonus actions, so that's my turn.
I am going to attack the guy in front of me. Actually, hold on. What does magic weapon do again?
It makes your weapon magical. The break resistances.
And +1 to attack and damage rolls. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Hold Person. On the guy in front of me.
Okay. Technically a construct, however, they used to be humans, so I'll say it works. Okay. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw, be paralyzed. Is it immune to being paralyzed? It is immune to being paralyzed. Never mind. It definitely doesn't work. All right. So you cast a spell, it does not hold.
That's weak.
I gave you the first chance, but the status doesn't work.
So, can I attack?
Jeremy Crawford was too smart for me. He knew I was going to try and be generous and just denied me the generosity completely.
He was writing this spell. He was writing this character, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to put this in. No, but you know what? That fucking Ken guy. All right, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, that's my turn. I can't.
That's
my full action. Yeah, sorry. I should have said that.
All right.
Bonus action. I don't think I'm going to cast Light. No, I'm kidding. I don't really have one.
So you put your hand out and you shout, stop, evildoer, or whatever Paladin shout.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Is that a cantrip?
Oh no, I can't do 2 spells at once. I forgot. I'm not a MU. I'm not a magic user at heart, so I can't do that. My bad.
Okay. So yeah, you put your hand out to kind of stop him, but you are unable to. As he just cocks his head at you quizzically and then tries to punch you. What's your AC?
20.
All right. Because of the shield, you only get hit once for 9 damage.
Thank you.
Karen.
All right. Karen's going to have to target prioritize here and realizes that one of the zombies is beating up the squishy people and one of the zombies is beating up the tough manly person. She's going to shoot at the squishy person zombie twice.
All right, that does hit. Those both hit. And you said the one in front of Eve, right?
This one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It roars in agony, but it continues to come forward. Theron.
All right, I will also call upon my inner Indiana Jones and find with this thing in front of me.
That'll be the time for radiant and or flame damage.
All right. You wrap the rope around his throat and reaches up, and you used to see like blood spurting from under the helmet, and it slags beneath you.
Nice. And then I can use my bonus action to ram the fire or flaming sphere into that one there.
All right.
Toast his buns.
DC 15.
He does not make it. All right, Eve.
Firebolt down the hallway. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna do Sacred Flame on that one.
Okay. All right, that's decent damage. However, he does manage to duck out of the way a bit.
That fucker.
All righty. Mandrid.
For the love of God, man, should please fucking hit something.
Boom, crit.
I hate this Hunter's Mark fucking question every single fucking time. 18. Finally.
18 does hit.
With a where is it? Divine Smite. An additional 12, so that's a 24 damage. Another longsword attack. 16, I assume, does not hit.
16 does not hit.
And then I'm not going to shield bash because that'll give disadvantage to everyone else, right?
For ranged attacks, yes. Plus, it's his turn next, so he's just going to stand back up. All right.
In that case, I'm going to shield bash because fuck him.
Because he's a punk.
All right. Okay. He resists the shield blast.
I was gonna knock him 10 feet back, or 5, 10 feet back.
Yeah, that would have actually worked to do damage with a flaming sphere, but it does not matter. And he counters you, like he knocks your shield out of the way, and then he punches you in the back of the head a couple times. You take 16 from the first one and 11 from the second one.
Does he move?
He does not. He does take damage.
DC 15 again.
I'm not looking good. I'm bloodied. Very bloodied.
All right, Karen, that's a Sacred Flame you're doing?
Yep.
All right. He is unable to dodge out of the way. He takes all 4 of that damage. Well done.
Killing the 2d8 roll.
Yeah, you guys are rolling hot tonight. I tell you what, it's a good thing this is a heavy combat session. Theron.
You use Thorn Whip again, and another, and bonus action, slam it into the thing.
Okay. Doesn't matter what you roll there. It had 7 hit points left, so 6 wasn't enough. With the fireball, you do manage to like burn a hole right through his armor and just singe him to death.
Nice. And then I'll dissipate the flaming sphere.
All right.
Those guys continue to be so fun.
I'll walk over to Mandrid and hand him the bag of good berries. We have 17 left.
I'm gonna need a rest, gentlemen and ladies.
Should we head back up to the top floor?
Well, before we go any further, now that I can actually see this guy here, do I know what kind of creature that is?
Give me some sort of intelligence check, whichever one you want to use.
And what was the book now that you've finished that?
I haven't.
Oh, I thought you were able to finish
I
it.
got interrupted.
Yep. Takes 10 uninterrupted minutes. He interrupted to attack. You can't tell. It looks like a human.
Human with a goat head?
Yeah, he's a human with a goat head. It's weird, but yeah, they're you know from your magical studies that there are more worlds, Horatio, than your. I forget how the line goes. Yeah, you're not familiar with his race either, Evelyn.
I would like to send my bat to like fly around this floor wheel situation.
Okay. You forgot you had your bat till just the very second, didn't you?
I forget very often that I have my bat. Yeah.
All right. As you fly around the circular, as you fly up that circular tunnel, at a certain point, like perpendicular, the bat disappears. Can you see through the bat's eyes or no?
Because I'm not path of the chain.
Okay. So it flies around, and after a few moments, it flies back around the other side.
It appears to be a loop.
I think I can like communicate with it though. So like,
so you can
notice anything like evil?
So you can talk to it like language, or is it?
I can't, not language, but like simple ideas and.
I see. You get the feeling it's confused. You kind of get the sense that it was the same above as below.
Okay.
Evan, what were you doing when you were exploring that book? Were you searching for traps, or what were you trying to do?
I literally started casting Detect Magic, and then somebody started punching us.
Gotcha. Okay. So this time I'll let you have the 10 minutes for Detect Magic. You think it's probably a spell book.
Okay. I don't open it yet. More to come on that probably during like the rest that is sure to follow. Eva's in the middle of asking the group while the bat did the loop whether we needed to retreat back to the top floor.
Can you also turn your detecting magic eyes on the staff of the goat head?
I think it was... I haven't been a spellcaster in a minute. Let me read Detect Magic.
I think it's just everything around you.
Yeah, it's a concentration spell.
Okay. The staff is magical. It's an artifact of some sort. You don't know. It doesn't have a particular school.
Okay.
Alright, if we are going to take a rest, I'm going to wrap that up as well, next to the staff of the snake.
I say, Karen,
I'm not touching either of them.
I could take a look at it. Wongo's not saying anything about this one, but I'm already possessed. Can't get doubly possessed.
I have Identify, so I can do that on the rest if we're going back upstairs.
Yeah, I could identify as well before our rest.
I could do it now. It just takes another 11 minutes, so I would rather not.
Yeah. Do we want to... Where do we want to rest at? I don't want to go in the room with the thing and the eyes. We don't have enough masks anymore. The magnet room is definitely not top of my list, and that only leaves us either down the hallway towards the front door, or the adamantine fan room, or the mummy spider room.
Mummy spider room has a skull that's going to come back to life, so that's not.
Yeah, I think the monkey room would probably be best.
Okay.
Adamantine fan room.
Yeah, just a matter of...
you guys all get past the fan again. I think the front entrance is as safe as anywhere.
Yeah.
It gives us the most escape routes, too, if we stay over that water grate
camp in the hallway and hope that one of them doesn't come stomping back up on us.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna get to us regardless. It seems they only come every couple of hours, so far.
Can I get a rough estimate on how long in between giant metal men?
It doesn't seem to be a regular time.
Okay.
Like, they just kind of appear.
Sure. I'm gonna kind of check these guys out. Is there any, the two corpses, I mean, is there any marks or indication like they just have wicked armor?
They just have wicked armor. You took the armor off the one below, and it looked like it was like a sewn together man.
Yeah, but like, all of the armor just seems nondescript. There doesn't seem to be any kind of rank or insignia or crest.
There doesn't.
Nothing.
No, it's just spiky metal armor. Looks awesome, but that's it.
I'm gonna take a helmet off of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop it over the railing.
All right, takes a second because it's about 30 feet down, and before it goes clank, 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 clank.
Is there any reaction to it?
No, not you can tell.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to head upstairs if everyone else is.
Yep. If we need a rest, I'm ready to do that.
Upstairs.
All right, hold on. I may not roll back up. Alrighty. So you go upstairs. I just rolled a couple times. Don't get interrupted, so you can take your long rest. So go ahead and do that, guys. I'll just go to the bathroom and get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
Oh, we're taking a long rest?
Was it a long rest or short rest you guys are taking?
Long.
We need a long rest.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep, I didn't roll over a 10 on my GM rolls, so you are able to take your long rest.
I just have two different types of spell slots, and like one of them only refills on long, and one of them refills on both. So it's
it's important.
It has to be a long for me. There's short rest does nothing for me.
okay. Cool.
I don't get much of anything on a short rest either.
While we're doing this, then I will cast Identify on that staff, the goat staff.
I just realized I had all of my lay on hands.
Nice.
I didn't use any of my 25 hit points for lay on hands the whole time. What a fucking idiot.
I don't think we have anything else to identify besides that staff and like actual spirit animal artifacts.
Hey, Ken, are you there?
He's stepped
Ken's
to the
not there.
restroom, yeah.
Good. I fell asleep for about 2 minutes there. Did he explain what happened with the book?
We don't know yet. We know
We
it's a
haven't
spell
opened
book.
it yet.
It is a spell book?
I get the feeling it's a spell book, yes, but I specifically have not opened it. And he asked in that like typical GM, "Did you try to open the book?"
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's
I'm gonna
not
cast
open that
Identify
book.
on that too. We have a long rest, so she's gonna
It's
cast
definitely
Identify a couple
cursed.
times.
Sure. I'm going to grab a drink real quick.
I'm
Be
trying to
right
get my spells around because my spells are useless in here right now.
I probably need to do that too. Does anyone else have another suggestion for a spell that might help? I'm taking Daylight,
What does daylight do?
Makes sunlight.
No.
Because I have a feeling spike growth is not going to be very useful here.
Wouldn't that hurt those fuckers?
Yeah, but they have to walk through it. We don't have much room to walk.
Eve is back.
Yeah, that's true. Couldn't you just spell it though?
Yeah, I can, but
What happened?
I'm trying to figure
feel
out how to
like-
spell detect.
I feel like there's a bunch of second level spells that I just don't have on my list that should be here. Because I only have 7 here, and I feel like there's a ton more than 7.
My second level spell slots are Flaming Sphere and Healing Spirit. So I can't really change mine. Can y'all think of, or BH, do you think of a spell that might help here? I'm taking Daylight for the one spell.
Undead thing.
Can you think of anything else that might be useful?
My fucking black cat keeps trying to get stepped on by running between my legs when I'm walking in the dark.
They do that. Then you feel like shit when you end up kicking them by accident.
Nothing immediately comes to mind there.
Okay.
Ooh, lesser restoration.
That actually might help.
That probably would have. Would that have unmuted? What's her face?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys could have just waited then, and she would have been unmuted.
It only lasted 8 hours. After a long rest, it would have been over anyways.
Oh, and she would have been muted again.
Yeah, well, unmuted.
Unmute, yeah. The silence effect only lasted 8 hours, is what he's saying.
Oh, does that mean that after 8 hours she's gonna turn back into a person?
No.
I'm gonna
She
ahead
got
and
Death,
say no.
death is permanent. Silence is temporary. Death is permanent.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the quote channel.
But did you remind me of something?
Cat, you god damn it, cat. I just GM rolled about 100 times. My cat sat on the enter key.
In fact, that's not going in the quote channel, it's going in the character death channel.
Oh, this is not good. Every time you say something, I think of your face saying it.
I'm sorry, it's just my face. I know it's a very
There's
punchable
nothing
face.
wrong with your face. You actually have a very beautiful face, man. It just now I know what you look like. I feel like I'm talking to like a friend of mine over the phone, and like I'm imagining what they're saying and like their mouth saying it. It's weird, not just having a fake face in my head. Now I know what you look like.
Are you implying I got a purty mouth?
You sure do has a pretty mouth.
I see you all as just floating Wizard of Oz. It's just
Matt's the coolest imaginary character in my head, but Ken's my favorite.
Kissing the DM's ass is not going to be. It's not enough to.
Couldn't hurt.
make you
So there you go.
survive this tomb.
No.
Unless anyone has any other like pressing needs, when we return to the second floor, the first thing Eve wants to do is walk around the circle, but she's going to go in the opposite direction of the corpse. Oh wait, we have like identifiers and things now that the DM's back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The staff and the book.
All right, staff in the book. The staff is a staff of striking. The book is a spell book. If you open it up, there are some spells in there. Any of you wizards, no, you have the... So you can learn rituals, right?
Yeah.
I have the path of the book, which I'm not entirely sure how that works, actually. So
let me go read how that works in the book.
I'll just type in those spells that are...
Where is my player's handbook? I guess I could look it up on Roll20. Them's a lot of spells. No, I should have made a wizard.
Should have had a monk.
Oh, I don't actually have ritual casting. I don't think spellcasting, focus.
Oh, yeah, you should have rolled a monk. And Matt, you can copy basically any ritual in there as long as you had that one invocation. It still costs money, but you can just copy them all.
nice. Okay, I do have that. So
Also, the inkwell that was in the bag, it doesn't appear to ever, like, you, as you play with it, like, you start, Matt, if you start copying stuff out of it, it looks like the inkwell never runs out. Like, it's a never-ending inkwell, which is kind of nice.
Oh, wow.
Also, the spell book, it doubles as a journal. There's a journal in the back. And the journal describes the experiences of the company of the... fuck is it called? The company of the Yellow Banner. This guy's name appears to have been... Yep, you're good.
Thanks.
This guy appears to be named Devlin. And you can read... like, as you read through it, you kind of get... They explored the jungle, they fought some Yuan Ti. They had some battles with dinosaurs. They found the cubes. So it appears the cubes may be reset when you're done with them. And you also know there's a few other members of the company that entered. There was a knight named Lord Brixton, a dwarf cleric named Bravus.
That's probably the guy with the shield.
Could be. A ranger named Seward, and a dragonborn paladin named Sephirus.
Huh. You said the cleric was a dwarf?
A dwarf paladin of Morden.
Dwarf paladin? I thought dragonborn paladin.
Sorry, dwarf cleric.
So,
is there a handout for that, or should I type it all out?
Mandred's gonna walk over and grab his staff.
Okay, you're gonna take the staff?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, staff of striking.
Oh, is there a staff of striking, not a staff of striking with a god inside?
Yep, no god in this one, just a staff of striking.
What does that do? Who wants it?
It's a plus 3/4 staff.
Ooh, +3.
Feel like we've heard the name Lord Brixton before.
You found a letter from the
Yellow Banner, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3?
That's what it says. It's like on the handout page, chapter 3.
Oh, there's a handout. Got it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
the Eye of Zoltak? Wait, the old goat. Is he talking about a literal goat?
Devlin, journal, goat. This is Devlin from that letter, the old goat. Do y'all still have this letter physically on you?
I'm sure they just have it in a sack or something.
Okay.
Unless, your old character had it.
I don't see why you would be giving the barbarian important notes.
I don't know, we've done dumber stuff.
So is the barbarian.
So, other things that might be in this cave. The eye. The soulmonger. Potentially a hand of Vecna.
If somebody
Lots of
produces,
fun toys.
if somebody produces this letter, Eve, I wanted to see if Eve knows what the Eye of Zoltak is, or has heard of it.
Okay.
Arcana?
Give me. Yeah, Arcana.
Damn.
Alright. Eye of Zoltak.
I can cast guidance on myself if need be.
Or Karen can cast guidance on you, technically. She has it, she just doesn't like to use it.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Okay.
I mean, this Staff of Striking is really cool, and it would certainly benefit anybody who wielded it, especially when somebody is wielding a non-magical sword. I'm going to hold on to it for now because I don't think anybody else would really be using it, but does anybody else want to use it and is going to be using it in melee, like, constantly? Or should I hold on to it for now?
We're not a martial. No one else is a martial.
So I should hold on to it, right? Or does anybody else want it?
Even in melee, it's better for me to use spells than to try and hit anything with a stick.
So I think it's yours. Do you want to use it? Because you can use a quarterstaff one-handed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And even as a 1d6 versus my 1d, it's a 1d6 plus 3.
And you're just using one sword, which is a long sword, is 1d8. So yeah, the stick is definitely better.
Right? And then I could use it's a staff of striking, so I can expend charges from it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna. It's silly to think of a paladin using a quarterstaff, but it's much more effective than my sword.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna use it for now, and it's magical, so right?
Does require attunement to use the charges.
Does it require attunement for it to use the property that it hits?
Yes.
That it's magical.
Yeah.
Like, meaning that it hits.
It'll be a magic weapon regardless, but to get the plus bonuses and the charge usage, you have to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which you could theoretically do since we are on a rest and identified it at the beginning of the rest. So you could just, when you were doing your hour to change your spells, you could also attune to the stick.
Okay. So I attuned to it, and now I'm wielding it. Boom.
Okay. Very good.
Boom, curse weapon.
You sure nobody else? All right.
Was there any mention of Rue in the journal?
Rue? Who's Rue?
The note from Lord Brixton starts with Rue, and I wanted to see if there was any mention of Rue in the journal, or whether
I see.
Rue seems to be somebody outside of their adventuring party. I'm trying to piece together the story here.
Gotcha. Let me read the note again.
There wasn't anyone dead on the first floor that we saw, right, guys?
No.
No.
They were all good enough to make it to the second floor.
Yes. But that raises interesting questions because all of the staffs on the first floor, all of the spirit artifacts on the first floor seem to have been undisturbed. So I'm wondering if upon their failure, the entire complex reset.
Or they could have just walked down the stairs and skipped the first floor.
Fucking weird is.
Either way, it didn't particularly work out well for them.
It's like Karen actually sits there for a second. She's like, actually, I'm starting to think we should just walk downstairs. Nothing's stopping us, and we know what we're here for. It's probably at the bottom.
That's one of the questions I had asked on the first floor was, I don't remember who I asked. Out of character, I don't remember who I asked. In character, whoever I asked, I was asking what we were here for, because we're not here necessarily to collect the weapons from the gods, though they may help us. That's not necessarily the object of our search. So while it may be beneficial, we also may expend lots of resources and, in some cases, lives attempting to figure out those rooms when we could also just search for the Soulmonger or the Eye or the Eye of Zoltak or whatever.
That's
Eye of
right.
Zoltak, Hand of Vecna, I believe, is the 3 artifacts we've heard that are in here.
Yep.
What do I put down for crit on this? 1d6 plus 3?
Do you get an extra 3 for crits?
I get an extra 3 for all attacks and damages.
Right, so this is for the for crits, it's an extra. It's just normal. Then
Yeah, you double the dice.
you double the dice. You don't get an extra. The plus doesn't carry over.
What about my extra 2 for dueling? No, right?
Not for crit, no.
Yeah, you always double the dice, and you always only use the addition one time. No matter how many pluses you have from different sources, the only thing that doubles is the dice.
Gotcha. So then they shouldn't even give you the option to put anything else in.
Well, some things give you benefits, and I could always like homebrew something that does, but in this case, no.
There's like a fairly standard class of magical weapon that causes like crits to do extra damage.
That was my only question I had so far about the journal. Ken, was whether Rue was mentioned, and then I would like, just for the sake of the notes, to get the names of all of the people from the journal, but don't worry about it now.
Okay, I'll text you later. But yeah, there's no mention of Rue, so whoever that is was not
in the adventuring group,
or was not at least mentioned in the none of these people are like. There's not a list. There's not a roster of people.
No,
right. Those are just names that
events that happened, and he says, the cleric did blank today.
Exactly.
Okay. Eve's just a curious person like that.
Okay.
I would like to go up the wheel, for lack of a better word.
Okay. So you come on back down here. You go up the wheel. When you get to the halfway point of the corridor, the rest of you see him disappear, and you are back looking down the same side, where you're like looking in an empty chamber. It's like you're kind of like standing on the ceiling, almost looking down. The dead body's gone. Your companions are gone.
But I can see that I'm approaching the four-way again.
Yes.
I'm going to turn around and walk back down so that I don't have to shout, because I don't want to draw undue attention, and say, it seems to be some sort of illusion or possibly a puzzle, but it seems when you go around, you come back down to the same intersection, but neither you nor the body were there. The bat went the other way, right? It started from the body and went up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should go around as a group and see if anything changes?
Karen's gonna like yell back like in a very bored voice, like, "The ring is a path to another tomb."
He raises valid points.
Yeah, I was going to point that out.
She's like, if I had to make a guess, I would say that this tomb is very much trapped, and if we walk around the ring, the other one is the correct tomb.
Well, they couldn't really
But
hurt to
also
try.
dibs on not going first.
Do you mean the room with the sunlight?
She's like, that's the tomb. So I think if we walk around the ring to the other side where we vanish, it'll like lead us, and then like walk back to the T on the other side, it'll lead to a separate tomb.
Well, do we want to go that way, or do we want to try the room with the...
Karen votes that the hidden room is probably the accurate one, and this one's probably trapped to the gills.
unless Mandrid opts to go, Eve will go first and march us around the ring. I know he's setting up his weapon right now.
No, I'm good to go, and Mandrid will definitely take the lead, especially as Mandrid sees Eve start to take a step forward. He'll put he'll put the shield in front of her and say, "If you don't mind,
By all means.
I'll take the lead."
We do one rotation and come back to the intersection.
Okay. Well, do you do a full rotation or do you do a half rotation?
A half.
Whatever it is that
Yeah.
brings us back around, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to stay in the tomb with no dead body.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to get out of my character sheet because it's fuck.
Okay.
It's
Well, I was going
definitely-
to say this is actually a really good place to stop anyways. So, because we usually stop in about 10 minutes regardless. So let's go and end here. We'll pick it up next week in the other side of the wheel.
All right.
And I think you said you said last session that we were gonna level up, right?
No.
We moved to milestones, and apparently killing people and going through 3 or 4 tombs doesn't count.
Yeah, those
Ken,
are more
I
like
distinctly
milestones.
remember. I was definitely here last session. I distinctly remember you saying
Okay.
that.
I smell what you're stepping in.
That's just my armor.
I might take a level away from you for that. What level are you guys at right now?
7.
7.
9?
9.
What level are you guys at right now?
7.
7.
Okay.
7.
Actually, you are a little under leveled. So yes, you guys can have that long rest before you did level up.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
sweet mother of...
Oh,
Awesome.
Sweet mother of Jesus. I'm going to level up right now if I could figure out how to get out of my character sheet.
Holy crap, I can fly.
Holy crap, I'm multi-class, so I'm not actually level 8 yet.
All right. You
Is
guys
there
have fun.
any reason for... Oh, sorry, Ken. Go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about multi-classing.
Okay.
So.
Well, I was going to say I was going to sign off while you guys figured out your class level up. So, is there any questions you guys have about leveling up, or
Just
Beat
shoot
throw it out
me
'cause it-
the names for the note at some point, and that's all I got for you.
Yep. all right?
Bye, guys. I had fun.
Anybody else?
too.
Questions?